forcing me to rip off my holy thread and my kantamala right in front of her own eyes. And while she was naked in front of me, forcing me to do it. Every day, she would intimidate me to make me go under her command and bow to her and say things like divine, try to fool me and brainwash me and make me think that something divine is happening. Like, for example, she said she's Kali and I'm like Paramahamsa Yoga, Paramahamsa Ramakrishna. Like this kind of sickness, she would bring in divine to a level of so low, and my head at this point was just, I would look to these beings in purity and pray to them in a sattvic manner, and I was so used to just looking at having such respect for these divine beings and this whole culture, and just her disgusting remarks about it just crushed me. I had no sense of purity anymore. I had lost my almost devotion completely. So after those 2 weeks with the extreme Guru Droha that I took, I was just like, okay, my life is over. My life is gone. Let me just sit in this room and pray to God, Paramashiva, to just take my life every night I would do. Then she said, rip off your kantamala, and forced me to cut off the jatas. So I cut off my jatas and I ripped off my kantamala right in front of her, all of my Hindu wear, my holy thread, all of the stuff that mattered most to me in my life.
Yeah, Luke asked me to get rid of everything that he'd ever bought from first puja kit, his robe, everything. He wanted me to throw everything out and get it all out of the house. It's evil, he said, it's bad.
This is what I was brainwashed with.
He was told, and I did what he asked. I got rid of every last little scrap of things that he brought home or things that he had sent away from India. He spent so much of his hard-earned money from his McDonald's job on buying all this stuff from India, and we kept getting shipments, every week when he was living with us and involved in it. And she turned it so sideways that he said, I don't want any of it. Take it away. It's all bad. It's all evil. It's all horrible. And I had to box it all up and send it away. I got rid of it. And
I was to the point where she said, don't leave. She controlled me in a way that I felt like I couldn't. I felt like I could not go. I felt like I couldn't leave. I was totally in her shell of, I can barely even remember too. And just, it almost, when I think back to it, it just,
hard to read it. Because he wants to move forward so badly. And
yes. Every time, I'll tell you, one time I did come out. I went since she had made me cut off the jata, she had then, and also the worst part, throwing all of Swamiji's things in front of me into the trash cans, even including the stick, and also forcing me to rip off my holy thread and my kantamala right in front of her own eyes. And while she was naked in front of me, forcing me to do it and stare at her.